Welcome back, guys. Now let's just take a look at this question. They say in an entire sample space, it's made up of two complementary events S and T, where the probability of not, this is not, guys, no? So this is not, no? So well, yeah, for grade 10 you have not yet understand this. When they say the probability of A, it means not, no? So that's another way to say not. 0.3. And if you can pay close attention, guys, and if you have been watching this playlist, this kind of question is the same as the one that we've done in our previous question. You know, it's familiar with the one that we have done previously. So another thing that I have not told you, I have not tell you about this kind of stuff in grade 10. If you're still doing grade 10 or you're doing grade 11 or you're doing revision. In grade 10, grade 11, they are very, very lazy to set question. They keep on repeating question all over again. So it might happen this kind of question, it can come again on your exam, you know. So make sure that you practice it and understand and know how to do it on your own, you know. So let's just take a look at the question. So they say that complete the statement. The P plus the probability of S plus the probability of T is equal to what? If you have watched our previous video by now, I hope you understand. So it's 7.1.1. The probability of S plus the probability of T is going to be equal to what? Is going to be equal to 1. Why? Is because if the these two events are complementary, first it has to be what? Exclusive and exhaustive. When it is exclusive, it means that the probability of A and B is equal to what? 0. And when it is exhaustive, the probability of A or B, it has to be equal to 1. So when we use our formula, there's an effect in our formula. Now I've discussed it on my previous video because I don't want to waste time on it because it's only 1 mark. So going to 7.1. If you are curious, want to understand, I beg you to go and watch our previous video. You'll understand. I've explained it why it is equal to 1 here. Né? So going to 7.1.2, write down the value of P. Well, you see, it's still the same. So the probability of T, yes, is going to be equal to 1 minus the probability of not what? Of not. Oh, I think there is an error in this kind of question. Oh, there is no error actually. Yeah. There is no error actually. They want to see if we understand this kind of stuff. I thought maybe there is an error. So they give us the probability of not S, so which means we can find the probability of S actually. You know, yeah. Oh, it's not the same. I thought maybe this is the same question as the previous one. The probability of S here is going to be 1 minus the probability of not S. You know, so we're going to say 1 minus what? 0.33. So let me just punch this on a calculator, which you will get is 0.67. Is it a 1 mark question? So from here on, we know that the probability of S and the probability of T is equals to 1. So we can say the probability of S plus the probability of T is equal to what? To 1. And the probability of S is 0.7 plus the probability of T is equal to 1. Then we can be able to just swap absolutely everything. T minus 1 over 0.67, you know. So if you put this on a calculator, you're just going to wind you back from the probability of 0.33, you know. So this is how you find this one. It was a 1 mark, but it was a little bit long. Okay, going to 7.2. They say in a survey was conducted amongst 180 residents for all small town or blah blah blah, all those kind of stuff. So here they conducted a survey of people who are contracted with TB and with HIV during the last 5 years. The results were as follows: X people were diagnosed with TB 30, 69, as you can see, 51 did not did or neither of those kind of stuff. And then the first question they said that represent the information above in a Venn diagram. So by now I hope you are familiar on how to draw a Venn diagram, guys. Now I've also made a video about it. If you don't know, you can go and watch those kind of videos. So now let's just take a look at how you can draw this Venn diagram. So this one is going to be for TB and this one is going to be for HIV, you know. So the people, we are going to start with both, né? So where did they say both here? Yes, the both. How many? It is 30 who are both, which is we're going to say 30. How many for TB? So for TB is X number of people. So how are we going to write X here? No, we're not going to write X because there's already 30 people here. We're just going to say X minus 30, you know? Yeah. And then how many of them that are diagnosed with HIV? So there is 69 of them. So are we going to write 69 here? No. We're going to say 69 minus 30 as we've done here. So 69 minus 30 is going to give you 39. Yeah? Perfect. So there is also 51 people that did not have they have either disease, you know, they didn't have either one of those kind of stuff. So this 51, you know. So outside. So this is our Venn diagram. How many marks? 4 marks for free, guys. You're just collecting the free marks. So then this was 7.1, 7.2. Now going to 7.2.2, which how many people contracted with TB only? You have to be very careful. We know that all these kinds of things that is inside the Venn diagram, it is equal. It is not the probability. It is the total number of people who are conducting the survey, which is all of them is equal to 108. So if we add this and this and this, and also this one is going to be equal to how many people? All of them into it, that's to give us 180 people that were conducted in that kind of survey. So if we add X plus, if we add X minus 30 plus 30 plus 39 plus 51, we have to get 180, you know? Yeah. So from here on, this one cancel this. 39 plus is going to give us X minus 90, which is equals to 180, you know? So it's very clear that X is going to be equals to what? 90. If we take this on the other side, we're going to get 90. Okay guys, I just realized this after recording this that I made a mistake there. 39 plus 51 is positive 90, not negative 90. So I fixed it there. On the one that how many people that are contacted with TB only. So for TB only, it is here, if you can see in the Venn diagram, is X minus 30. So for TB is how much? Is X minus 30, and we already have the value of X, which is 90 here. 90 minus 30, you know. So from here on, it's going to give us 60 people that were diagnosed with what? With TB, you know. So going to 7.2.3, you know. So they say calculate the probability that the person selected randomly will only be diagnosed with TB. So this one is going to be very easy. So the probability, remember the probability has to be in fraction form of people that are diagnosed with TB only. So just going to say TB only, you know. So for TB only is going to be 60 because this is the same as this question. So it's going to be 60 divided by how many people that were there is 180 in total, which is 180. So if you put this on a calculator, hopefully you're going to get 1/3. So then going to letter B, you know, they say calculate the probability that the person selected at random will not have any of these two diseases, you know, will have any of this, will not have any. So it's either it does not have TB nor HIV or both. So how many of those kind of people is this one, which is outside, which is 51. So the probability of neither HIV and the H or T is going to be equal to what? 51 out of 180. So I think this one, if you put this on a calculator, you're going to get the same number. So this is it for this video. See you on my next video. Sharp.